You're listening to BoomBox Weekly.
What's happening, good people? We back with another episode of BoomBox Weekly. I'm your host, Adonis Armstrong. I'm here with a Grammy Award-winning artist, actor, producer, dancer, fashion model, Septimius The Great.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
What's good, man? What's good? I like the shades, man. Stylish,
Thank
man.
you, man. Thank you. Thank you. A little
Hey,
something, something.
hey, look like I see the LA backdrop in them.
Right. Exactly. You do, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, I was doing some research. I see you was on America's Next Top. Not America's Next Top. You was on America's Got Talent. Tell me a little,
Yes,
tell me a little bit about that. How did you
man.
do it?
It was shocking, man, because I always wanted to be on the national stage. So they actually contacted me. Wait a minute, 1 second. They contacted me and wanted to find out if. Oh, there we go. Yeah, they contacted me and they wanted to find out about my music video, the I Am Fashion video. So they contacted me because of the video, and then on of course my numbers on the song, and they were like, "How would you like to be a contestant?" I was like, "Hell yeah, let's so what I gotta do." So they told me exactly what I needed to perform, what songs to perform, how to perform it. They paid for my travel to New York and put me in a hotel. So I was a contestant. But I wasn't like a contestant that just applied for it. So the experience itself was phenomenal. I just never knew how much it went into like a reality TV show on that for talent. It was phenomenal, man. It was one of the experiences where, of course, I got X'd, but that was cool. I was fine with that because I was there for marketing, but when it came on TV to see myself actually on TV and they were like, "Oh, Septimius The Great," I was like, "That's me."
Yeah, most people don't understand seeing yourself on TV is still a shock because it's TV, and I'm pretty sure like it's on NBC. A lot of people watch that show, so it was amazing just to be on that forefront of TV because a lot of people don't have a chance to do that. So that's an achievement yourself.
Exactly. Yep, you got it. You got it.
And I see you from Maryland, man. You like the why did you move to LA? Because I know you could probably did the same thing in Maryland.
Yeah, well, I'm originally from Baltimore, and I got a job offer to come to California. So I went ahead and they relocated me to California, first in San Jose for a year, and then it went remote. And I said, okay, well, because of my entertainment, I need to be in LA. So I said, I'm going to LA, and I've been here about 8 months now.
Do you have any upcoming projects, music or anything coming out?
Yeah, man. It's just I want to do my second debut sophomore album to come out in September called Septimius 2.0. It has a couple of collaborations, one with Jordan Sparks, a couple of other different reggae artists. This has a little bit of even a collaboration with a heavy metal band, Cypher. I mean, it's going to be a next level for me. So I'm looking to launch that in September to have an album release party, video release party, and all that. So I can also submit it for the Grammys again this year.
Okay.
And then I got 4 films coming out this year as well on Amazon Prime, Netflix, Apple TV Plus, and we're in negotiation now, almost finalized with HBO.
Oh, so you're a working man, working man. Can you tell us a little bit about the? Can you tell us a little bit about the projects that the entertainment movie side of it? Can you elaborate on a little bit of the
Well,
project?
2 of them I can talk about. Yeah, definitely. One is called 30. That comes out in actually next 2 weeks, July 26th. They're going to premiere it here in LA at the Crenshaw Baldwin Hills Mall, I think it's called. So I'm looking forward to that. That is a story about a gentleman in his life when he was 30 and all his friends were 30, and I was a supporting character on that as Tony. Create a little controversy, but I'm looking forward to that. But then the next one after that is December 1st, which is called Double Decoy. And that I get to play Septimius as a music artist. And that's a collaboration between African countries and also American culture. And we actually do this big, and it has a huge Nigerian actors in it, which I'm really, really happy about doing that. And we're starting the worldwide premieres next month on that for August, September, October, November, leading up to release in December.
Okay, okay. I see you're a writer, executive producer. Did you do some of that on those two projects as well?
Yeah, what I do is I try to negotiate that. Like if I get offered a part, the first thing I'll ask also is, do you need music for it? And then because I mainly own all of my music, it's easy for me to make that negotiation. So yes, definitely, definitely.
Okay, okay. I see you worked with Little Kim and other various artists. What was it like working with Little Kim, especially at her, it's Little Kim?
Exactly. Well, when I get around celebrities like Little Kim and the rest of them I perform with, to me it's like I'm like a student. I'm staying out. Yes, I'm a music artist and I may have a little accolades, but I'm looking at like them like, okay, how they act, how they talk, what they do, what they're going, how the stage performances, how they handle their business. And it's phenomenal because especially Little Kim, she's straight business. She don't play. She get on stage and she have fun and give a great show and has a lot of experience when it comes to it. But she is definitely a boss. She don't play. And I learned some of that stuff from her. Yep.
Also, your music was on Empire.
Mm-hmm.
Empire was a show of shows when it was at its peak. And I'm pretty sure at that time, having your song on it, it was a masterful time. How did your song get on there? Did you know the producers or did they reach out to you?
No, actually, I'm like a marketing person, guru, whatever makes sense. So I think I was on somebody's email list and they said that Empire was looking for music. So I submitted it. And because I own everything and I, everything copyrighted and everything like that, they selected it. And I didn't even know when it was going to air because it was like a year before I even heard it until my friend said, your song is on Empire. I was like, what? Where are they? And they sending me recordings. And I'm like, what? So I went back in my email and like 6 months before that said I was been selected and my contract was and everything. I was like, wow. Cause I am a huge fan of Empire because it was a really good groundbreaking series about music artists.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was. I'm mad at because I used to watch it. I think the cliche was if you miss one episode, you miss the whole the rest of the
Right.
series. And I was a part of that crew that did. But the shows that I did watch of it, I loved it all the time because
Yes,
Taraji, she's a dope actress. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
did you get a chance to see them like at a premiere or anything? Or is just
Nope.
strictly
Never. Yeah. Now Taraji, I ran into her a couple because she's from, she has a DC ties in the East Coast. So I ran into her at a couple of other house parties and things like that. But the cast as itself, not really. I mean, I did run into Jesse Smollett at the BET Awards last year. But as for like me being a part of the Empire Project, no.
okay.
No.
What is some aspirations that you have, future aspirations that you have outside of the new music and the movies that you have coming out, like within the next, 5 years? What are some more
Well,
aspirations?
that's a really good question because a lot of people join, music artistry and also acting and stuff because they want fame and fortune. And I've never been into that. So I just want to be creative. But my really long-term goal is to learn every aspect of entertainment. Of course, I want an EGOT. I want an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony. So I put me in all the avenues. But I want to learn and build my network of friends and people that I've dealt with because I want to start my own entertainment company where I actually introduce up and coming artists and tell them how to do it.
No, that's dope. We're on the same path here 24/7, because we have to tell our own culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
Black culture deserves to be told by Black people. You understand?
exactly.
Because we the mainstream of media, to be honest, when you think about it.
A lot of things, exactly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Septimius Entertainment Group. What do you want to specify with the production company?
Well, I want to cover all aspects of entertainment, whether it's music, fashion, there's TV, films, and another important one is education, because I like to do panel discussions. I love to speak, especially when it comes to kids from like high school and colleges, because a lot of the younger generation think this whole into popping bottles, this club, we all turned up, but that's only 20% of what you should be. The other 80 is all business, and if your business not together, you'll be a local known person, yes, but not worldwide. You're not going to make, you're not going to make it solidify yourself and make a legacy. So I want to talk people through that, especially the individuals, about that, because I see it all the time. I see the egos. I see like, oh yeah, me and my crew, blah 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 blah. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh man, please, poor soul.
I see people see the finished product. They don't see the beginning stages. When
Exactly.
when you look up the Diddy's, the Dre's, even 50 Cent, like they had to do work to get to where they are now. And people just see, or even younger generation, like you see a young Tariq from Power. You see him in the club. He had to put in work to get to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He just, trust me, he was in acting classes. He was doing stuff. Kobe was in the gym before he dropped the 81. Do you know what
Right,
I'm
right.
saying? So people don't understand that. Like you really have to grind to get what you want. And
Yes.
like you touched bases on education, like that's going to be powerful, talking to students, educating them on different things. So that's going to be very, very dope. Hopefully
Exactly.
very prosperous for you. And shoot, I wish you luck on that.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to that. My first contract I'm working on now with University of Southern California, so I'm really looking forward to that. Yes.
Let's talk about, because I know I was reading up, reminiscences of, Michael Jackson in your music, Madonna. Uh, who are some more influences like on top of your music right now?
Definitely, I would say my main influences like Will.I.am from who created the Black Eyed Peas, but I look to people like Michael Jackson, Prince, Madonna, Beyonce, Bruno Mars, things like, because they are performers, and I don't really consider myself a recording artist. I consider myself a music artist because one of the biggest aspects I like to do is like to perform on stage. I like to create a whole experience and not just be the best voice or the best dress or best, both best vocals, best beat, best production. I want the whole package and I want to put it in front of you visually. So my inspiration comes from people like that because they look way beyond just music. It's looking at the business industry, it's looking at the fashion industry, it's looking at the acting, it's looking at everything that I encompass as being a full all-around entertainer.
Okay. Is it any upcoming shows that you have?
Oh yeah, I've because of that the I Am Fashion song here in LA, I've launched into this whole fashion world. So I'm doing a lot of stuff with LA Fashion Week coming up, San Diego Fashion Week, Atlanta Fashion Week,
Yeah.
Miami Fashion Week. But other than that, I'm definitely looking forward to doing my own tour to promote Septimius 2.0, which I'll be doing, of course, kicking it off in LA with performances and pop-up shows, but also doing it again, going back overseas where I started in Europe, Dubai, the Middle East, and the Caribbean.
Okay, okay. Can you just tell the good people who wants to be in your seat, just some free game knowledge and the hustle sacrifices that you had to go through to get to where you are right now?
Yeah, definitely the I would say obviously sacrifice because getting in this industry you sacrifice a lot. There's a lot of negative, there's a lot of no's, there's a lot of people don't believe in you. So your friends and family are it's like a double-edged sword. They either can support you and help you and uplift you, or they can actually tear you down and keep you where you are. So I had to sacrifice weeding out family and friends that were really in my corner or who were able to assist me and keep me grounded. So that was one thing. But the biggest thing I would always tell people is, just don't have any fear. Like if you have an idea about something you want to become or do, just do it. Even if you do it wrong, you learn from what you did wrong so that you can improve it. But at least you're doing something that you wanted to do and not like to be like someone else. Don't copycat anyone. Don't try to be like anyone. Just if you have a weird idea, the weirder is the weird. Well, to me, the weirder it is, that means you're onto something because you're unique. So I will always tell people, don't have any fear, and the biggest of all is don't have an ego, because there's always someone better than you right at your shoulder, tap ready to knock you out of whatever notch or level you are. So if you don't have an ego, and just incorporate all of that, encompass all of that, and just enjoy what you do.
I think most people always look at other people and try to base their success off of them.
Yep.
Everybody is in their own lane. You see it a lot in entertainment. Copy, monkey see, monkey do. You know, the
Exactly.
they
Yeah.
saying, if you just be organic with yourself, the right people are going to find you. And I think people try to cheat the system and, microwave it instead of oven
There you go.
preheat 350, try to break the, bake the cookies, you know what I'm saying? Instead of, they trying to microwave them and get rich fast. If you trying to jump into the industry, good people, you can't microwave jumping in the industry. No one is overnight. It can
No.
be even Drake. Drake was not overnight success. It took some
Right.
years for him to become quote unquote Drake. And I think some people don't understand the grind and the mental aspect that entertainers go through trying to grow in this industry, because it takes a lot of heartache and pain. You feel me?
Exactly. It sure does. You're right.
So
yes, it does.
so yeah, my bad. But nah, let's take a little break real quick for we're gonna tap in for 24/7 live culture, BoomBox Weekly, ads. Welcome back, good people. This is Adonis Armstrong back with BoomBox Weekly, and I'm joined with Septimius The Great. So I forgot to ask you about Patti LaBelle, the great Patti LaBelle. How was it working with her?
Man, you know what? Because she's such a legend, when I first met her, I'm thinking, most people who are in the industry on that level have a certain aura or air about them where they're unapproachable or you don't want to bother them. She taught me how to just be real. Just if you're out there, you're there for your fans, you can just be yourself. And she taught me that. Well, she showed me that. She showed me, we're even though she's about to go on stage and I'm one of the opening acts for her, we're back there talking about food. We're talking about, what mall in Philly did she go to? Last time she's been to Baltimore. We're talking about everything else, but that just goes to show you that people, they are real, and it kept me to be real too, because I don't want to be that kind of artist where people running up to you, listen to my song, can you put me on, I do this, I do that, they auditioning in front of you. That is tiring. I don't like that, and I see why a lot of artists get annoyed at that. But Patti taught me, just be yourself and talk about everything else except for what you're about to do, because that's how you know the real person and you build a real connection. And connections are far more important than the talent itself.
Yeah, energy is currency, especially in this industry. I was hearing a story about Denzel. He broke down a whole set and wanted to get to know the specific person that was acting alongside him. He was like, yeah, we was just talking about him, because in the scene we had to be, brothers,
Right.
had to be homies. And I understood that, because when you're in this business, you have to be open. You have to be open a little, can't say everything, because
Right.
people will, go crazy about you. But, just being connected with a person to overall get the main objective. You feel me?
Exactly.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
got it.
Is it anything you just want to tell the people about yourself that they don't know? Anything. It could be anything. It could be anything, bro. Anything about you.
Well, the funny thing is, I forgot about that project too. Oh yeah, so the funny thing is, right now I have a film crew they're following me around. We're doing a reality show called Fashion, Music, Love, and Confession. So they follow me around about my everyday, travels as Septimius, going to shows, events, the drama about getting on stage, not getting on stage, DJ don't play your music, your dancers don't show up, you can't, you're late for something, whatever, the whole drama behind it. But one thing about me is that when they're filming me, you know, I'm supposed to be Septimius, you know, Septimius the Great. I'm the music artist, you know, Grammy, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But if I see a puppy or a dog walk by, it's like cameras off. I'm like, hey, Mr. Puppy, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And they're like, you just melt when you see dogs. I said, yes, I love dogs and I love animals. I love animals because they're so loyal. Look, dogs especially are just loyal to you, no matter if you have a bad day, good day, you treat them bad by mistake, you hit them, you whatever, you fuss at them, whatever. They always are loyal. So dogs just make me melt. I talk, the baby talk immediately. I'm on the ground with them. I'm talking to them. Don't even know what the owners look like. Don't even know the owner's name. I'm just focused on the dog. So in this series they shooting, they said, oh, please don't let a dog walk by because I just it. I ruined the whole scene.
Hey, man, dog is a man's best friend. I had a dog when I was about 9 years old. It sadly, you know, got ran over, and I never got another one because the connection with a dog is unmatched. Because, like you said, they so loving, they're honorable, and I just couldn't take it. I was like 9 years old. You know,
wow, yeah.
like, what happened to my dog, Ma?
Right.
Yeah, he got ran over. So I'm saying, so I never ever got another dog again. You know what I'm saying? So I try to stay away from. I love dogs. I try to stay away from owning them because I know it's going to go before my lifetime is over with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I can't deal with it. Another heartbroken.
It'll take you there. Yeah, sure will.
But yeah, man, I'm not gonna hold you too much longer, man. I just wanted to, you know, chop it up with you, man. This is another episode of BoomBox Weekly. Septimius The Great. Go check him out. Matter of fact, can you just name up your socials and things like that for people to come follow?
Yeah, definitely. My socials are all under Septimius The Great, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, you name it, Spotify, all the music platforms. Everything is on Septimius The Great. I chose that name because I didn't want another name like it. And if someone Googled me, you're only going to find the real Septimius Severus, and me. So that's it.
I mean,
so now that even if you misspell it, I still come up.
Hey, I mean, that's great marketing. Like you said, you in marketing. You got a name that stands out. Septimius The Great. I mean, then it's you walking into your path of being great as well. You know what I'm saying? So
yes.
That was a great manifestation of you when you named yourself.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Your name powerful too, though.
Oh yeah, Adonis Armstrong. Yeah, everybody be like, is your name really Adonis?
Right.
Like, yeah, it's really Adonis. Like you playing, you Drake's son. No. But yeah, man, it was good, you know, tapping in with you. And that's it from BoomBox Weekly. We out.
You're listening to BoomBox Weekly.